This Chaser News Alert is proudly brought to you by Schoolies Week. Celebrate the end of school by getting drugged and molested. Chaser Mail. In case your accounts with Yahoo Mail, Hotmail, Gmail, Lycos Mail, your ISP and your workplace aren't enough. And the Chaser News Alert box set. All 10 episodes on 10 4-minute DVDs.
Hello and welcome to the final episode of Chaser News Alert for this year. First up, an apology. We're a bit under the weather because due to a scheduling error, we held our end of series party last night. But making news this week, Russell Crowe extends his patronage of lost causes to the Australian film industry. Sony slammed for spyware that installs Shannon Noll albums on computers. And youth radio station Triple J reaches a truce with the average. But to our top story. Only days after her release from a Bali prison, Michelle Leslie has vowed to continue her career as a model of hypocrisy. I'm joined live by a rather hungover Chaz Licciardello. Chaz, what's been the reaction to Leslie's behaviour?
Well, Julian, she's already outraged conservative Muslims by dressing comfortably and contemplating her career.
Yes, now she's going back to modelling, but is that acceptable under Islam?
According to Leslie, it's very Islamic. In fact, she'll be putting out her own special Islamic bikini calendar in time for Christmas.
But what about the Muslim headdress she wore in court?
Julian, that's so last season, mate.
And Chaz, how is Michelle feeling right now?
Look, her drug test clearly shows she's ecstatic, but according to her legal defence team, she's actually just suffering attention deficit disorder. I guess that's why she keeps on forgetting she's Muslim.
Thank you very much, Chaz Licciardello.
Thanks, Julian. And if I could just take this opportunity, mate, I really appreciate the inspirational lead that you've shown throughout this whole series. You're a wonderful...
I'm sorry, I will have to interrupt you there, Chaz, because you're sacked. So to Australian politics, and a strong showing in the polls for Labor this week has demonstrated that if a federal election was held today, the polls would be completely wrong. This report from party animal Dominic Knight, who was unable to get up this morning.
It's polling madness. According to the latest news poll, 54% of Australians now support the Labor Party, although that figure would drop if an actual election were held. Some more good news for opposition leader Kim Beazley. His approval ratings are now higher with voters than with the Labor caucus. But Mr Beazley says that the poll figures are just a distraction from the real task of copying the Prime Minister. This is Dominic Knight, and I'm about to throw up.
Twisted tongues today at Australia's first national tongue twister contest. Andrew Hansen joins me live from the Western Waterside ward of Woolloomooloo. Andrew, it looks like a damn dandy day.
Yes, well, whether the weather be cold, whether the weather be hot, well, whether the weather whatever, the weather whether we like it or not.
And what pretty prizes were proffered for these tongue-twisting tussles?
Julian, the competition's competitors competed competitively for a dozen Dennis dinner napkins, a box of biscuits, a box of mixed biscuits and a biscuit mixer, all judged by a wicked cricket critic.
Sorry, Andrew, judged by who?
A wicked cricket critic.
Sorry, who?
A wicked cricket bugger.
Thank you very much, Andrew. By the way, you don't seem to be suffering much from the party last night.
What party?
Oh, never mind. That's all for now, and if we weren't finishing this week, we'd come back with such stories as the CSIRO's Total Wellbeing Diet offers the most natural menu ever devised by a bunch of scientists. Kylie Minogue announces a national tour of chemotherapy units, and Gary Glitter asks to be held in a juvenile detention centre. Good riddance.